let's get it documented while I can still talk. So I'm up here on the mountain with the Phantom. He's getting on some waterproof gear because he's a sissy. Doesn't want to get cold and wet. Die. Shit. Yeah, so we're up here trying to summit the mountain because somebody, it was the Phantom. He had this crazy idea. He wanted to come check out the other side of the mountain in the sleet, in the rain. Yeah. Yeah, we figured we could do it.
I just heard that song about the Matterhorn yesterday.
Right. I don't know about that. Of course, the first thing I saw on my first fishing trip of 2019 was somebody's damn dog. Giant Doberman. Oh, he's friendly. I don't care. I don't care. He's a giant Doberman. He's growling at me. I don't care if he's friendly. Part of what I'm here for today is just to see if I can still do this. Haven't gotten any exercise all winter long, basically. And, you know, I'm getting older and, starts to worry me when I don't get exercise. So I just kind of wanted to see if I could still haul my ass over this mountain. This might be a problem though. Alright, so I've been fishing this spot, which is my favorite spot in the whole world, for about 20 minutes and caught nothing, of course. Also, this tree has fallen, and that's usually right where I cast, so that's unfortunate. But I did want to bring you along for this little errand. You know, like probably everyone else that goes in the woods, I collect cool looking rocks that I find. And I noticed that, like, you know, after about a year of doing that, I just had a lot of rocks that I never did anything with at home. And so this trip, I have literally been carrying a bag of rocks. And they all came from here, and I thought I would just bring them back. Because I'm not really doing much with them. Plus, you know, leave no trace principles and all that. Yeah, I don't know. I have to really exercise some discipline not to bring rocks home. This one especially is really cool. I like that a lot. But it's better off here than it is in my house. Ooh, I like that one though. It's hard to let that go because it's small. You know, you can like justify it. Oh, it's just a little one. But I've got a million other little rocks at home, so we'll just leave that right there. So that spot represents actually the farthest I've ever been along this trail, and it goes on for like another 20 miles or something like that. So today, I'm actually going to press on for a little bit. Got some time. It's exactly 1 o'clock. Maybe I'll hike till 1:30 and see what I can see. All right, so I've been going about half an hour and gained a lot of elevation actually, and I could tell the trail was veering away from the river, which is a little concerning because, you know, that's my main way of getting out of here if I get lost. But fortunately, you know, I'm the kind of guy, I follow a lot of wilderness bloggers, a lot of outdoor adventure stuff, and I had a little bit of money after Christmas, so I went to REI and bought myself a piece of technology. It's pretty much the newest thing when it comes to outdoor navigation. It's called a map. All right, well, no fish. Heading back now, losing some daylight, but I did find some pretty cool spots out here. Coming back, see how the trail pulls away from the river. That's the fishing spot right down there. I bet nobody ever goes down there. If I had more time, if it were summer, if I didn't have to go back and meet Shovel and Shane and teach them how to tie flies, I'd be all over it.
going up the mountain. And my challenge to myself today is to try to regulate my temperature on the way up this mountain so that I don't end up covered in sweat and freezing at the top. It is a righteous trudge in places. Mostly it's pretty easy, but there's a couple of places like this that are really steep. And last time I came up here with the Phantom, I got super chilled at the top because I was covered in sweat. So I can't afford fancy backpacking clothes. Ergo, I've got to learn to do this the old-fashioned way. And I already blew it. Totally overheated. One thing I'm really not good at is knowing my limits and moderation, which is why I'm so fat. And I mean, it's a double-edged sword though, because then I come out here and I think, you know, if I can just power up this mountain, maybe I won't be so fat. What I've learned though, since the Battle Rattle project, all those many years ago, is that you can't do that. You can't just power through things, because that's not sustainable in the long term. And if I power up this hill, I'm just going to be shivering and nauseous at the top. My ears get cold, and then I lose balance. This is probably like a newbie hiker mistake. I don't know. I'm not a hiker by any stretch of the imagination. But yeah, you gotta take it slow. I'm failing at that. Hard part's over. Taking a little bit of a rest. And after this, the fun begins. This is where the coyote was. No sign of it now. Guess it got better. Okay. I'm leaving the trail. See what's out here. I've been spending a lot of time looking for shed antlers. This is a good sign. I'm in the right spot. It's kind of stupid, actually. I'm simultaneously violating several of Gribbly's rules of the woods, like never go off trail and never wander downhill in woods that are being stalked by an undead coyote. The problem is that the woods are infinitely interesting, right? You see something interesting, you walk out a little ways just to like get a closer look, and now you can see something else interesting. Got another one of these, and looks like something was really interested in the cushion. Huh. Everything just got really quiet. Tree stand number 4. What if it was just like a change in the humidity or something? And I'm not having like, you know, what everyone talks about where the hair on your arm stands up because there's like a rhinoceros stalking you or something, but it was definitely a change. It was weird. The air does feel different. It's wetter and softer. It is oppressively quiet. This only happened to me a couple times before. Once it happened on Panic Attack Ridge, right before I had that panic attack. Alright, well, sat down, had some lunch, heard some air traffic overhead. That's cool. So I've haven't made it back to the trail yet, but it's right there on the ridge, and discovered this road. Check that out. I could see it doubling back. Well, I guess it's the same road down through the trees. So I kind of want to see where it goes. Always a good sign. That would suck. Arrow was right there, pointing that way. So the hunter must have been up on that ridge somewhere. But also, you guys probably can't even see it, but there's this little depression right there I want to go check out. Well, imagine that. It was a depression in the ground. Now I'm halfway up this damn ridge. All right, we found the guy's blind. And it looks like he mostly cleaned up after himself. That's probably some sort of deer attractant. Doesn't look like a 5-hour energy. Let's see if he's any good with knots. I guess that's not the worst knot you could use for that, but this is kind of the only piece of cordage I see on the whole place. I think there's an untapped market here. I should start selling how to build a bothy lessons. That's a pretty long ass shot. All the way down right there. No wonder he missed. I don't know if you can see, but that's how steep this mountain is right now. I mean, I'm talking about over there. It's actually steeper than it is where I'm standing, which is pretty damn steep. But yeah, the back side of this mountain, which is what we'll have to traverse if we're gonna cross that mountain over there to get to the trout water. I don't know if I've told you guys about this plan, but that's the plan. Sometime this spring. That's why I'm up here, scouting it all out. Rough terrain. Running into the boulder field here and down there. I don't know if you can see it. That's something I definitely got to go check out. That is so badass. That's a serious woodpecker. Look at that. Slowly making my way to the peak through these rocks. And almost 3:30. It's about time to head back down. Oh, okay. I was actually like right below the peak when I said that. So here I am. And I guess that gives me a few more minutes extra. Take a look around. Actually, I think what I'll do, go down into the valley and keep looking for shed antlers. I've never found one. Never found one in all my time in the woods. I think it's probably a little early this year so far, but who knows? Who knows? We might find some. Thanks for coming along. I know this has been kind of a disjointed video. I'm kind of a disjointed guy right now. Keep the ends out for the ties that bind.